Hey, everybody. Come on in. I don't know that we're live. I'm trying out new software. Well, new to me. And it's called Be Live. And the YouTube is a little wonky. They just added YouTube. So I'm trying it out. And I thought we would talk about the Mandela effect because it's been on my mind. So if you want to talk about Mandela and hang out for a little while, come on in and like and share. Spread this out. Get people in here, invite your friends, and we're going to have a chat about Mandela effects, the nature of reality, what is even real, all kinds of stuff. So come on in. I am Sean Yankee, and this is me on Things and Stuff. This is a little channel that offers a little bit of everything to everybody. That's why I named it Me on Things and Stuff, because it's a little bit of everything. But today, I want to talk about the Mandela effect. And I want to talk about some of the more interesting to me Mandelas and that actually blow me away. The first one in particular, and the title of this video, it was not nor ever was the Berenstain Bears. It was not. It absolutely was not. I will go to my grave with that one. It was the Berenstain Bears, and I never knew how to say the name. I never knew if it was Berenstein or Berenstein. It was one of the things I struggled with when I was learning to read because I loved those books. I had all of them. I collected them. They were my favorite. And it was never the Berenstain Bears. It was the Berenstain Bears. I would swear that on a stack of Bibles. I know that it was because I never knew how to say it. Another one I know has been changed. And we can get into anything that you want about the Mandelas in this discussion. Please feel free to comment. This is live, so we can talk about any Mandelas you want and anything you want. But another one that throws me, and this is definitely a change to reality, is in Snow White. She does not say, "Mirror, mirror on the wall, who's the fairest of them all?" She says, "Magic mirror." That doesn't even sound right. That violates my ears. It offends me on a audible level. I'm not even that big a fan of Snow White. It's not like it's huge to me. There's some with Star Wars that I'm going to bring up here in a minute that are bigger to me as far as, you know, being part of my childhood, but I know it was Mirror Mirror. That is one, it got to be one of the most misquoted movie lines if it was never Mirror Mirror, because it is always quoted as Mirror Mirror on the wall. But the Star Wars ones that I was talking about, C3PO, C3, C3PO has a silver leg now. One of his legs is silver, and they say it always has been. I saw those movies hundreds of times and grew up on them. C3PO is all gold. That's a change. That's new. The silver leg is new. Another Mandela that I would swear is a change to reality is the Monopoly Man no longer has a monocle. There is no monocle on the Monopoly Man, and he never did have one, is what they say. Another one from Star Wars. This throws me really bad too. Darth Vader never says, "Luke, I am your father." Spoiler alert, Darth Vader is Luke's father. Sorry, that spoiler alert was a little late, but you should have seen the movie by now. Come on, it's culture, it's part of our culture. He says, "No, I am your father." That doesn't sound right to me at all. That just is wrong. It's as wrong as the Berenstain Bears because it absolutely was not the Berenstain Bears. There's more and more. I could go on and on. Like the Scarecrow in The Wizard of Oz. Now he has a gun. And he's the character that's afraid of everything. But he's got a gun. I get it. Maybe that's part of the joke. Like he's still afraid, even though he's got his gun. But I could show you. Let me try this. 'Cause I want to try this anyway. I am experimenting with a new toy here, so I'm gonna see if it can show you the screen. So I want to show you one of the places that I use as a database. Let me flip that around. For Mandelas, this, hopefully you're seeing this, is a Mandela database. They have, this is the top 400 examples list, but they update this regularly and it goes into depth. But these are the changes that people notice that drive people crazy. And it's funny that they remember them in one of two ways. And my wife, she doesn't experience any Mandelas. She doesn't go with me in that direction at all. She thinks I'm crazy and that we're just misremembering all of this, and that's quite possible. But look at all of this. And it's one of two ways: Berenstain or Berenstain. Interview with the vampire. Interview with the vampire. Forrest Gump. This is a big one. Mama always said, "Life is like a box of chocolates, or life was like a box of chocolates." It's life was, but life is sounds better to me because life is like a box of chocolates. It's not like was. That makes it sound like life used to be like a box of chocolates. The Snow White one, that is a big one because that is a huge change to something very big in our culture, and the actual lines from the Brothers Grimm novel would be "Mirror, mirror on the wall," but in the movie Snow White, she says "magic mirror," and it's referenced as "mirror, mirror" in many places too, such as the Shrek movie, and there's even a movie actually titled "Mirror, Mirror." I've heard of that movie. But these things, these changes, these Mandelas, they get brushed off as bad memory, as mass mismemory. But why is it one of two ways? Like this one, Looney Tunes, Toons or Tunes. How do you remember it? It's I don't even know. Like I gotta look sometimes. I caught myself. I was on a show recently talking about Mandelas, and I misremembered the Forrest Gump one. I had it backwards. Tunes, as in music, is the correct way, but I remember it Toons. That's the way I remember it. But it's tunes, and it has to do with the fact that it started out as merry melodies, I think, and it's based around the music. So it makes sense. I get it. It's just many people, myself included, remember it as Toons. And then there's Fruit Loops. Now, this one throws me too because I misremember what it actually is because I remember it as spelled correctly, like this, but it's Froot. I remember fruit being spelled correctly, but it's not. And this one, here it says that this one appears to keep changing. Wikipedia currently says the popular Kellogg's breakfast cereal was launched in 1962 as Fruit Loops, Froot. Several people have seen references to fruit, and there is some real evidence of this on the web. This could be explained by Kellogg's himself changing the branding so OO is styled in the form of the cereal if it was the other way around, but that's not the direction it went. The OO was supposed to have always been there, and the fruit spelling the one that changed to for many people. And then it says things get stranger when reports come in of it changing back again. The only thing that sucks about this I'm noticing is I can't see if you're commenting. So if you are commenting, know that I will be able to see that when I go back to the Be Live studio. But right now, I can't see what you're saying. Another one that throws me really bad. Let me see if it's. I know it's on here. This one. This is a change. I know it is. I watched this. Oh, I highlighted the wrong one. That's a good one too, though. The Great Pyramids moved and shrunk. We'll come back to that. There's a lot of these. They're fascinating. But this is the one I wanted to show you. Sorry, my computer is so slow. This has to do with the name of the Flintstones. Now, I remember it as Flintstones, but nope. It's Flintstones. Flintstones. Not Flintstones. We've been leaving that T out. That's what they're saying, that we've always been leaving that other T out of the name of the Flintstones, but that it's always been there. The name changed, the spelling. A lot of these are spelling. There's a lot of spelling ones where, like Gandhi, changed. And this one, Smokey the Bear. That's how I remember it, but it's Smokey Bear. It was never Smokey the Bear. Curious George never had a tail. A lot of people remember him having a tail, remember him interacting with the tail. This one drives me nuts. Kit Kat. This is a change. Kit Kat had a dash. It always had a dash. I know it did. And now it's just Kit Kat smushed together. Just like that. Some people even remember it being spelled with a C. This is one that goes three directions. I don't remember the C, but I do remember the dash. The dash was always there. Monopoly Man's monocle. I mentioned that. Never had a monocle. In the movie Silence of the Lambs, which is also a Mandela, it's I don't remember which way it is actually. These throw me. I didn't realize how bad until just now. But in Silence of the Lambs, he never says hello, Clarice. He says good morning. We're all misremembering that. Some people remember the Lindbergh baby being found. I'm one of those. The A-Team van changed. I remember the A-Team van as solid black with a red stripe, but now it's two-tone, gray and black. But like I said, this is a list of 400, and you could just scroll and stop anywhere, and you can just blow your mind everywhere. These are all changes. Now, why? Why would they be changes? How could they be changes? How is that even possible? Let me get rid of this now. Switch that around. Well, I don't know. But do we understand reality at all? Do we understand the true nature of reality? What do we understand